It's your boy Dakota Griswold of Gamers Gunners and Geeks United. Welcome back to Yesterday Today. This, of course, is the show where we bring you some of the biggest gaming news you may have missed from yesterday today. Alright, lads and ladettes, now that the introductions are done, let's get into the appetizers. And we're going to start off with Sega. The 60th anniversary is kicking off and Sega is doing it right. First of all, they're giving, we got a Sonic suit inside Fall Guys. Definitely played Fall Guys, meant to mention that to you before. Definitely fun, and now there's a Sonic suit in there. But they're also giving a bevy of free games over on Steam. Let's look at it here. First of all, we have Streets. Yeah, it's a Streets of Rage mock-up, and it's called Streets of Kamurocho. And it's basically Yakuza characters in the Streets of Rage game. And it actually looks pretty good. Honestly, can't front. Just a few levels here and there. And it actually looks like it's pretty much Streets of Rage 2 with a lot of the action that, that's happening. But you actually have the characters Kiryu, and Majima. And basically it's a beat 'em up just like Streets of Rage, and that's still pretty awesome. And it's actually going to be free from October 17th to October 19th. And hey, it actually looks to be pretty fun. It's going to be free on Steam, so go ahead and jump on it. Even if you don't have PC right now, but you have a Steam account, get this game. Then, of course, we have Golden Axe. Yes, promptly named Golden Axe because it was a 2.5D version of Golden Axe, and others were going to be remade. It was Golden Axe Reborn, and they actually were going to do it with Altered Beast, Streets of Rage, and it was going to be an endless runner for Shinobi, but all of this stuff got axed, namely Golden Axe, and then it actually looked like it would have been pretty good, and it got axed maybe about 10 years ago, I want to say, and the fact that it's being put out now, and honestly, if you would put it out now and gave it a little bit more polish and finish the game, I think the game would have had maybe lukewarm success. But 10 years ago when indies was, just booming and side scrollers was still like just the business really, and people was itching for that nostalgia, I think that this game would have did really well. Not to say that side scrollers ain't good. We already got Scott Pilgrim coming back out, and Streets of Rage 4 did killer, and we got Battletoads this year. Maybe this is the year for beat 'em ups, huh? And then, of course, we are going to get Endless Zone, and it's like Amplitude in one of the old games, Fantasy Zone for Sega back in the day. And then, hear me out, we got Army of Heroes, a top-down multiplayer tank game. That's actually pretty cool. And you know what I'm really excited about? The fact that we get other stuff, right? They're giving us plenty of games. It's about 4 or 5 games, if you want to call it that. But we're also getting Nights. Yes, Nights, the game that was on Sega Saturn, and it's going to be free for a little while. And it's actually, I love Nights, and actually some of the original developers are making what's it called, Balance World or something like that. And I like those type of games, those 3D avatar type games. So imagine, getting it on Steam for free, hooking up your controller. You might not, as this article mentioned, you ain't gonna be able to get the Sega Saturn game, the controller, I should say, but it's good to play some of the old Sega Saturn and Sega games. So if you're like me, you're tired of hearing the Mass Effect Trilogy remastered. You're tired of hearing about it, right? But it just keeps coming up. It started earlier this year, months ago, and now what happens? It's rated in Korea. Mass Effect Legendary Edition, to be exact. And well, I do believe it'll add in all 3 Mass Effect games and all of the DLC, of course. But hey, look, it's always good to have it. And of course, if it comes out on Switch, it'll definitely be a hit, because I mean, to play a shooter RPG on the go, a game where you really got to spend time, why not put it on the Nintendo Switch, right? And well, with it rated in Korea, usually when it gets rated overseas like that, it'll usually be coming pretty soon. Let's just be real here. Can't wait to jump back in the Andromeda as Shepard, and hopefully on the Nintendo Switch. So, maybe about a month ago, Microsoft acquired Bethesda. We thought they were done. They went and got some ex-Naughty Dog developers, and now they're hired them into the initiative. And I think that's pretty awesome. So basically, Lee Davis, who was formerly Naughty Dog's head of Melee Animation, he is now the lead gameplay animator. And then Lauren Garcia, she was previously the character shading technical director, is now the senior Senior Shading Technologies over at the Initiative, and I don't know what this means. I do know it means great. I love the melee over in The Last of Us. I love the melee in Uncharted. So, what does this mean? What does it mean? We gonna get better melee and gears? Or does it mean we just gonna get better gears? Don't know. But when you picking up people who have had such a heavy hand in something so great, that's always great for the studio. Alright, lads and lads, fair warning about this next one, right? I'm going to try to be as mature as possible, but this is just too funny. Too funny, okay? So, just this week, we got Steve from Minecraft, right? In Smash Bros. Well, in his victory pose, it's maybe NSFW, not safe for work kind of thing, but this is just too funny not to pass up, okay? So, Steve's meat is apparently all over the internet. I mean, at the end of the screen, Steve, he eats a piece of meat and then he just puts it down, and then, they take the picture and he sits there and he holds it in a certain way, and it appears to look like something else. I mean, we already know what we are appealing to here, and it's, I have no idea how this got past Nintendo. I have no idea how nobody saw this, and then now it's blown up on the internet. I'm pretty sure it's going to get passed out with the quickness, given the fact that the meat in his hand matches, it's very closely to his skin tone, does not make this any funnier. Seriously, this is, what's next, Nintendo? Are you going to put Steve in some Savage Fenty lingerie? Couldn't help myself. Alright, lads and ladettes, let's get into the real meat and potatoes, not Steve's meat, but like steak, meat and potatoes of the stories. This is why you're here. This is what you came to hear and see. So let's first of all talk about that big PlayStation update that happened yesterday, that 8.0 update that, maybe records party chat, but this has actually been in the terms and conditions. Just be honest. Y'all don't read terms and conditions. Y'all just hit accept so y'all can get the stuff. Why? Because if you don't hit accept, you can't use said product. So now, this has actually been prevalent in the stuff here, but they actually put out, Sony actually put something out in the sense about party safety. We want PlayStation Network to be fun for everyone, which is why we have a community code of conduct. Please be aware that voice chats in parties may be recorded and sent to us by other users. By participating in voice chats, you agree to your voice being recorded. When behaviors that violate the community code of conduct are reported, PlayStation Safety will review the reports to check if there have been genuine violations. These recordings will be used only for safety and moderation purposes by PlayStation Safety. You know what that sounds like to me? It means, oh, we snitching now. That's what's going on? Alright, next up, we got the final preview for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, I really tried to not want to play this game. I didn't, even though I was type hype about this game. I can't front. I was pretty hype about it because who doesn't want to play as a Viking? I can only imagine the brutal kills, the executions, and everything. And for everything, for the love of everything, there is a bear with a scar on his face. This is a polar bear, mind you. I'm gonna love this game, and I'm gonna try to contain myself. I have no idea how this year still has happened with COVID-19 happening and everything coming out and slowing everything down. We still got great games and still great games to come. We got big hits from Sony. Spider-Man is still coming. We got Last of Us and we got Ghost, and that was just a month apart. And then we got other surprise hits like Fall Guys. And now, with this being the final preview for Assassin's Creed, I'm definitely impressed. Just the stuff like hey, you can change genders for your character at any time during the story. I see what you're doing there, Ubisoft. Respect for that. And it's just so awesome. Then it's less grindy, because while I did enjoy Odyssey, most people did enjoy Odyssey. I feel like less people finished it because it just felt too grindy. The world was really big, and it did feel a little empty. I played about 40-50 hours of that, and I was just like, alright, I'm done. And I wasn't nowhere near finished. I had just got to maybe the second island or whatever. But this game, Now this game looking is more visceral. There's decapitations and there's everything in this game. And with this final preview, it's just they're telling you about just regular world events where some woman made you go and get some viper eggs just so she can eat it, so she can let out a mean fart. Yes, they're actually going to put in some really good humor in the game. Anyway, it's just an Assassin's Creed game. Why would you buy an Assassin's Creed game at this point? Especially when they changed everything with Origins, and then Odyssey really changed everything. They set everything on to the spectrum, and they made people fall in love with Assassin's Creed again. I really wasn't a fan because it was just like they're not even really sneaking around. They just straight up walking up to people and asking them to square up. But it is what it is at this point. It's still part of the history. It's all good. The games are absolutely awesome. So I really can't wait for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's maybe a little over a month away, and it's just gonna be it's gonna be so fun. I can't wait I want to sick my bear on people, seriously. What are you gonna do first when you finally get your hands on this? Are you gonna get this at launch? Because right close to it, it's Watch Dogs Legion, and not far from it, it's Cyberpunk 2077. Man, this has been some year for games. Right, lads and ladders, let's finish it up with some Spider-Man. And I am so excited. This is what I'm talking about with this year in gaming. Spider-Man Miles Morales, just now it seems on the daily, just looks better and better. And let's just talk about the fact that both Spider-Men are in this game. Yes, Peter is in this game, and this actually scares me a little bit. Just simply because, you know, I think around the premiere comic when Miles actually came around, Spider-Man, Peter, spoiler, Peter dies in the comic. And if you've seen Into the Spider-Verse, that actually, I'm sorry, I'm not about to ruin that movie, but it was a very great movie. Go ahead and watch it if you have not seen it. But yeah, so in the comics, you know, Peter dies, and I'm wondering if he dies in this game or something like that, but I'm hoping not. But this game just continues to look more and more phenomenal. And let's just talk about representation. Seriously. Look at Miles' hair. We know Miles is a black man. This man is half black, half Puerto Rican. He's ethnic, right? My man, look at his hairline. Can we just talk about how far hair has come for black people in video games? I'm talking all the way back to NBA 2K with Allen Iverson on the cover on the Dreamcast, right? That's when it just started to look good. And it's just been so difficult for people to actually do it. Look at my man's hairline. It's sharp. Why am I excited for this game? Because he's from Brooklyn, I'm from Brooklyn. He's from New York, I'm from New York. My man has, I remember one of the earliest CGI trailers where basically my man got his Canadian Goose on, that's straight New York, but he also had Tim's on. Tim's, yes. Let's also go through these screens. Look at that. Of course we see that Rhino's in the game, okay? And then there's a good shot of both Spider-Men, which sounds weird, and then this is one of the villains from the underground. And then look, then you got him controlling all of this. Now remember that I mentioned about him having his reflection as he jumps through a window. Well, this shot is also awesome. Look at that. There you go. My man got the Timbs right there. He got his Timbs on. So as you look through the window, boom, right here, right around here. That is his reflection in a window. This ray tracing is absolutely nuts, and I can't wait to play this. I'm not playing this on PS4. I am absolutely playing this on PS5. And then they gave us multiple costumes to love and everything like that. And then of course, once again, look at my man's hairline. It's just striking. It's just beautiful. I can't wait to play this game. But then now you get multiple costumes, and then there's a costume where there is a bodega cat that plays Spider-Cat. Once again, they got it right. You have no idea how much I love this as somebody from New York. In New York, you have bodegas, corner stores. And then a lot of them have cats because, of course, there's food products in there. They're there to protect it from mice and possibly rats, right? But this bodega cat actually is in a costume. You discover him. He's in your book bag right here. It's tweeted by Rebellion. But then he actually helps you with certain finishes. Check this out. He has the Spider-Cat mask on as well. I absolutely love it. And then boom, right here, he helps. Listen, if you don't like cats, I don't know what's wrong with you. You know, you just like my boy Justin here. He doesn't like cats. He always feels like anytime a cat defends itself, the other party was just minding their business. No, okay. Cats are awesome because this cat is a superhero. Okay, there is a suit where a cat is in your backpack and it helps you fight. I'm a huge cat lover. So much that I took a picture of the one from our corner store. I mean, and her name is Kiki. And she is probably one of the cutest cats out there. I mean, seriously, just look at her. She's adorable. Don't fight it. Lads and ladettes, thank you for sticking with me. I knew I was a bit of a goof in this video today, but I'm trying to make it a little bit more entertaining and give you a little bit more of my real personality. Thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead. If you haven't already, hit the like button. If not, hit the dislike. It's all good. I got mad love for you. Go ahead and hit the share, because why not? Get me all around. Let everybody know that your boy is coming at you with all of that great news. And I can't wait to play Spider-Man. I can't wait to play all of these free Sega games. This is really a really exciting year. Lads and ladettes, go ahead. If you're new here, subscribe and scroll up to all so you know when your boy is posted. Put all those notifications on. Lads and ladettes, this video is finito.